Hello, and welcome again to another wonderful, exciting episode of They Made It Happen with Linda. And today I have this extraordinary young lady that's just doing the doggone thing in the community. Hey, girl. I have with me Kelly Oglesby, AKA KeKe Star. And
And
she is an entrepreneur, a business owner, and she's also doing her undergrad degree in psychology. And she aspires to be a substance abuse counselor. Bravo, young lady, bravo. And she's attending Walden University. So welcome to the show, KeKe.
hey,
Okay,
everybody.
Kelly.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the invite.
Yes, you are so amazing. I couldn't resist the temptation to just let me get her on the show. And August is the month where we are really showcasing Black-owned businesses. And she is a African American doing the doggone thing, and she is a business owner. So I keep saying KeKe or Kelly, so I'm just going to go Kelly.
I like Kiki better.
I am okay. I am corrected. Let's go with KeKe. Yes, I love that. That's real catchy. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Okay, I am from North Chicago. I was raised in North Chicago. So, North,
Okay, cool.
oh,
That's a local young lady from
yeah,
around the way.
yes, yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what you're doing in your life right now. What are you doing? What are you busy with? What projects do you have going on right now?
I am busy with everything. My main focus right now is college and to finish,
Mhm.
get out of school. So that takes a lot of my time. But I'm also focused on my my business, which is a KeKe Star Get Snatched, waist trainers and etc. So I'm very busy with everything.
Yes, and I might add that KeKe is a single parent. She has a family and she has an amazing partner in her life right now that's helping her. You know how that is, you guys. You got someone good in your life and they show that they're good. They show up and show out. And she has children. She's a student. She's a business owner, and she's still doing it. So, KeKe, how are you able to juggle all of these things? Enlighten me.
I juggle them pretty well, but I have a lot of support. My significant other, he is very supportive in everything that I do. If I need help with the children, he helps me with the kids. My parents are very helpful as well. But since I moved a little bit away from them, it's a little different. They can't help me as much. So I depend a lot on my significant other to help me a lot. So
Well,
it's
yeah, that's amazing to have someone good in your life because you said you just moved away. So you relocated while you're in school and doing, girl, really.
I know, take a breath. Yes.
Okay,
So
tell me about the decision to move. What happened there?
um my other half, he lives in Milwaukee. So we were going back and forth, and we were going to stay in Illinois. But I'm like, you know what? I've been here all my life. I want something different. I lived in Atlanta as well. I went to school in Atlanta. But I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to take that leap of faith and do something different. So we only moved an hour and a half from where we used to stay. But an hour and a half is pretty far when you're
Yeah.
every day. So I don't go back as much as I want to. I do a lot of things this way. It's been I wouldn't even say a struggle. It's been a challenge, but I'm
Mhm.
able to manage it and just take my time. I very seldomly watch TV, so I don't have a lot of time, but I make things happen as much as I can.
Right, exactly. So I was just talking to you before we start recording, and you were telling me that you had moved and that you're doing all of this, and you're in school, and you have your business. So how many hours each week do you feel you put toward your business?
I don't put as many hours as I should towards my business because I'm so focused on getting out of school. I would say probably I would do 20 to 30 a week on my business. I'm constantly mailing things off. I'm emailing people. I'm texting people, responding to inboxes. It's a lot. Like my inbox never stop receiving messages. So I'm very busy, like very busy.
I'm proud of you. So tell me how you got started because juggling a family, education, and working your business and in a move with all of this still going on at the same time. Tell me, how did your business come about? When did you begin Get Snatched?
Oh, and this is so interesting. So I have my close friend Alice Scott, who owns Jordan Fitness Studio in Zion. I called her. I'm like, you know what? I'm looking for a waist trainer, but I think I want my own. I'm like, these other waist trainers are very expensive. Um, they did the job, but they didn't. So I was like, I want to sell one that I know that works, and I know that is affordable. So I called her up, like, what should I do? How can I do it? She's like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, she was like on it. And I'm like, okay. I hung up with her and I'm like, KeKe Starr Get Snatched. It was really random. It was random. And as soon as I did it, I advertised it on Facebook, and my friends like, oh, I want one. Oh, I want one. I'm like, oh, wait, okay, hold on. I think they trusted me because I wear waist trainers a lot. So they're like, if this is her line, then I'm trusting her because they have seen my progress over the years of my waist slimming down. So my homegirl Alice, she hooked me up. Like, she was like the go-to person, and I love her for that because she was like, I'm gonna share my secrets with you. I don't, here you are. And so that's how I got started. I'm very blessed.
Yeah, I know Alice. I was a member at her gym. She's phenomenal too. We giving you a plug, a shout out, Alice. Yeah, so I mean, I've used the waist trainer, and I've gotten some results with them, but I think it's something that you just have to stick with. Once you start it, if you have a plan with your workout and eating properly, because it's not going to just do it on its own, right?
I was gonna add that because a lot of people are like, oh, you don't lose weight from the weight trainer. I'm like, no, the weight trainer is gonna help you sweat, and it's gonna help your body gravitate into that position of losing the weight on your waist. I think a lot of people want this magic pill that's gonna say, okay, I have a waist trainer on, look, now I'm gonna get snatched. It doesn't work like that. You still have to put in the work. You have to eat healthy, and you have to go to the gym. The weight trainer is just gonna mold your body and help your that area sweat a lot more. So that's very important.
Right, right. So, is there a specific diet that a person should go on when they're using a waist trainer, or just find something that works for them?
That's a good question. I feel like you should do what works best for you because what I do might not work for you. So for myself, I cut out like bread and sugary drinks. That seemed to work best for me. Sometimes I slip. I'm like, I'm hungry this month. I'm sorry if I gain that weight, honey, I'll lose it again. But I have programmed my mind that how to eat right and what to cut out. So if I eat bad on Monday, I can't eat bad on Wednesday and Thursday. I have to make sure I manage it. And it's funny because even like if I go out, sometimes I go out locally and I eat something, they're like, oh, look, she's eating this pasta. She's eating this. I'm like, okay, but I've learned. I've learned how, if I eat pasta on Sunday, I can't have pasta on Monday and Tuesday. And when I have to graduate and do what's best for me. And everybody should do the same thing.
That makes a lot of sense because I do that myself. I guess you can call it a AKA cheat day, or a day that you just want to chill, or you want to go to that event. You know what I
Yes,
mean? And like someone's having a party, like this year, this time of the year, you having all these trunk parties in August and
right.
July and early September, whatever. And so, I even given one. But you have this food and you just have, and you're like, you know what? I can't not always, or I don't want to always eat healthy and right, but I know that it takes discipline,
A
and you
lot.
and you have to have grace for yourself. Wouldn't you agree? Just
I
be gracious and allow yourself those days to indulge, right?
Yes, you know what? I was honestly say I'm very hard on myself. And I just told somebody, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be okay if I gain weight. I'm gonna be okay if I don't look great on this day. Like, you have to be okay with it because when you're in a fitness game, your mental state is very heavy. Like, if I gain 1 pound, I'm just like, oh, I'm very hard on myself. Oh, I gained that pound. I have to go outside and walk. And I had to retrain myself to say, KeKe, it's okay. It's okay. You are okay if your stomach is a little big today. But I know being in fitness, people look up to you and people admire you. They might not tell you, but they admire that. You know, they admire your drive and your how you can do it. So it could be like an up and down. It's a roller coaster, you know, because you want to stay on that level. People saying, okay, she got it, she got it. Because as soon as you fall off, people are like, oh, look, she gained some weight, she big. So it becomes such a mental game. And I want people to understand that your mental has to be right. You have to understand you're gonna not always succeed in everything at the first try. But if you try, that's you succeeded just by trying. So
I get that. I agree with that 100% because we as women, oftentimes we compete with other women,
a lot of
you
time.
know, and you know, we compete with other women. We beat ourselves up, like you said that if you gained a few pounds here or there, you know, there is no perfect scenario. I think that's what you're saying. There's no perfect scenario where you're going to lose weight, use A, B, C, and D, and that's just going to be the fix all the time because you're going to be human and you have to allow yourself grace to mess up a little bit when you're on your fitness journey. Because I think the bottom line is just being healthy so
Agreed.
that you can live longer, so that you can be healthy to do the things you want to do in life, you know, because I know that a lot of added weight is a detriment, especially in the Black community. You know,
Yeah,
we suffer from diabetes, we suffer from high cholesterol. It's almost inherent in the Black community. And then we're underserved when it comes to medicine, and the medical profession don't always know how or want to treat us immediately and how we should. And then Black people, we don't go to the doctor when we know
right,
we should. Go for our yearly checkup and
right.
then listen to your doctor. And if they tell you you need to lose some weight, women, and you want to look good and you want to be healthy and you got that trouble area, I would suggest check out KeKe Star, KeKe Starr Get Snatched, because
Oh,
that's a part of it. That's a part of it. You know, you have to do these other things, you know, and I know I've used them. And when I used it, a waist trainer religiously,
oh
I
yeah,
saw my waist slimming down because, like you said, you sweat and that's what it's for. And it helps to contour and reshape the body in those areas. But
right.
the diet and exercise has to go hand in hand. And I get that. And I heard that it's like 80-20. It's 80% of what you eat and 20% exercise.
I tell people that all the time. Like, you can go to the gym all day, but you come home and you eat bad, you wasted your time at the gym because the gym, everybody like,
Ah,
go to the gym. I'm like, okay. I mean, that's a bonus. I try to going to the gym is a bonus because if I didn't, the gym is going to build my muscles. It's not helping. It's going to help me lose the weight, but it's building my muscles. So it's good to get that cardio. It's good to get that exercise in as well. But you have to maintain eating healthy. And you had mentioned something, you know, just being healthy is an overall goal. And just not healthy in your weight, but healthy in your mental too. Because if you're not healthy here, you can't be healthy anywhere else. Because
come on, right.
into women, we're hard on ourselves. Like somebody will say, "Oh, you look good today." You're like, "Well, I can lose this. I can lose this." We point out our flaws instead of saying, "You know what? Thank you." So I myself had to work on that. So when somebody said, "Oh, Kelly, you lost weight," well, no, oh, you know what? Thank you. Instead of pointing out my flaws, and that's a major part of fitness. I've been doing this for a long time,
How
and
long? How long, KeKe?
I would say after, oh my God. So after my twins, so my boys are 11. So I've been doing this for 10 years.
Oh,
And it's
that's, yeah, a decade. Yes.
yeah. So your weight fluctuate. I started again with Alice. I'm like, Alice, you think I can lose this? You think? She's like, you got it. She just said, you got it. I'm like, that's it. I got it. And I had it. You know, once I started going and going and going, I'm like, she right. I got it. I got it. So it takes time.
I agree. And I think on your fitness journey, there's different components of that, as you said, the eating healthy, getting your mind right, because it's a lifestyle change, right? It's a
Yeah.
lifestyle change. And you have to get your mind right to say, okay, I am going to do A, B, and C. And I may fail along the way, but I have to give myself some grace But I think all of these things that if you want to look a certain way, especially if you're in your 20s, not that you're competing with other women or letting social media dictate to you how you should look. This should
Right.
be something that comes from within. I want to be healthy, number one. I want
Yes.
to look a little better so I can feel good about myself for me, not
Yes.
for someone else.
That's
And
the
then,
key.
right?
Mhm.
And I think from that exudes so much confidence. And then you're able to embark upon other things in your life, like you're doing. You're able to do all of this stuff, all of these amazing things that you're doing with raising your family, with your partner's help right now, and moving to a whole different area. Even though it's an hour and a half away, it's away from everything that you've known for years. And then you're embarking upon your education, becoming a substance abuse counselor. I know it has to be a mindset, and it takes a lot of discipline to do that, to be able to make all those changes in your life. And I know there's other women and men out there that are doing the same thing. And so what would you say would be, if you had a secret to share, what would that secret be to be able to juggle all of these different things in your life, and you're doing it well?
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
I'm gonna go back a little bit. I would say when you had mentioned about you do it for yourself. I remember after my twins, I was 200 and I would say I was close to 300 pounds. Like I was tippy toeing to 300, honey. Yes,
Oh,
after my
wow.
and the person that I was with was saying negative things to me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show you I can lose this weight. My goal was to show him I can lose the weight. So I'm losing it. I lost that weight, honey. And I said, you gotta go.
Oh,
He had to go because I had to tell myself I didn't do it for you. I had to do it for me. So you got to go. And I mean, I was around here flossing, honey, because it felt good. I flossed, but I flossed, but I wanted him to know I didn't do it for you. I did it for KeKe. So you have, and I made that step to leave that person and go on a journey by myself. I would say the secret to it is you cannot care what anyone else thinks. You cannot focus on anyone but yourself. You have to be determined. You have to put in the work. You have to go to the gym. If you always say 1 hour a day is 40% of your time, 40% of your day. Make time for yourself, because when I started the journey, I would feel guilty when I would go to the gym. And other people made me feel guilty. Oh, all you think about is the gym. All you want to do is the gym. I'm like, yep. So you feel guilty. I used to drive to the gym and I would drop my kids off with my mother and I would drive and they're like, oh, you always, not my parents, you always at the gym. But my mother, she's like, bring the kids, bring the kids, bring the kids. But I would feel guilty. I get had like, I'm gonna go back and get the kids. I feel bad. I'm like, nope, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So the secret is to motivate yourself
mm.
and not to worry about anyone else, because you're gonna get those haters. You're gonna get the people. Oh, you losing weight. You go to the gym too much. You eating healthy. Oh, I can't eat that. I won't do that. Well, look, this is for me. You have to make it about self. So that's the main secret.
That's amazing, and thank you for that. And I just want to wish you well on your journey. And as a substance abuse counselor, I know you're going to be awesome because you are such a caring soul. And I can see it in your whole disposition, the way you carry yourself. You're going to be amazing as a substance abuse counselor. And I want to share your social media. So you're on IG and Facebook, and
Yeah.
you're on IG as KeKe, KeKe underscore star, STARR, right? On
Yeah.
IG. And
I'm
then
just.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my bad. So it's KeKe underscore star, STARR underscore at the end. That's the only thing we forgot.
Okay, underscore at the end. So y'all look for her. So KeKe underscore star underscore on IG, and she's at KeKe Star on Facebook. And so, how do we get to the KeKe Starr Get Snatched website?
It was so random. I was at work. Unfortunately, I was at work, and I'm like, I'm just thinking. Like I said, I called my friend Alice, and I'm like, what can I name it? It has to be something catchy that's gonna catch people.
Right.
And I'm like, well, KeKe Star. Everybody love KeKe Star. I'm like, just take that. Just take the. So take the take all other letters and put the K. And I put, I'm like, oh, this looks good. When they first sent me my first waist train, I'm like, man, I'm doing it. You know, like this is it. So
I love it. I love it. And I wish you the best. And you guys check her out. And on Facebook, there is a link that you can click on to get to her KeKe
thank
Star Get Snatched.
yes, a lot of people come to my inbox like the link is on my page, but you know, I still forward them the my website. I
Okay.
hooked it up. He hooked up my website very well. I mean, I was into it. Like he helped me. I will call like, I want to change this. I want to change that. He's like, okay, okay. It was, I mean, I changed a lot of stuff to just make it very catchy.
And
So
user friendly too. I love it. I've been on your website and I did click on the link on your Facebook page and went right
oh,
there. I'm like, yes.
good,
I'm like, okay, okay.
good,
So
good.
if I were to look for, if I Googled it, can I just Google it by just going to KeKe Star Get Snatched for your website?
It's gonna pop right up.
Awesome. So there's different ways that you can get to her and follow her on IG. How many followers do you have on Facebook?
I would say 10,000. 10,000.
Yes. So she's doing a doggone thing, y'all. Get with the celebrity right here. And then on IG, you have thousands as well, right?
Yes, I do.
So
I do.
she's always out and about sharing her life, just snippets of it. You know, she's not one of those people that's on say on Facebook or social media indulging or showing every aspect of her life because she doesn't need that gratification.
I noticed that. I try my best not to do that.
Yeah, you don't, but you have to get out there if you have a business. So I admire you. Your business is going strong. You started this on your own. You talk to your mentor, and I think having a mentor is a great thing. And Alice is amazing. You know, she's totally amazing and a supportive. But you had that dream, and you were not afraid to do it, and you started it, and you stayed with it, and it materialized, and it came into fruition and you were making a living from being your own boss, and I love that. So welcome to the world of black ownership and black entrepreneurship, because we need so many more like you in our community. So you guys check her out if you're on the fitness journey, and you need to like get your waist and your contour together, then go hit her up and just try her products out, because if you're going to do it, why not get it from a black owned business person? Okay. Okay. And so closing, thank you so much. Any words of wisdom would you like to add, KeKe?
Words of wisdom. I would say to stay focused and to make sure you do it for yourself and to prove it to yourself and not others.
Thank you so much for that. And I wish you well, as I said before, and you guys check her out. Thank you, KeKe Star, for being on They Made It Happen. I appreciate you.
Thank you for inviting me.